I have a second channel, Cube Compium DDX.
Hey everybody. So I know it's been a while since I've been posting videos to Computer channel, and I'm sure many of you probably know my situation. Since March of last year, I've been working on this home project, and if you're one of the viewers to Computer channel who has not subscribed to Cube Compium DDX or has not been over to that channel to check out updates on the home and me in general, do it. Do it. Check it out. And if you haven't subscribed to Computer channel, go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. So, this video is for you. If you have not been over to QComp MDX, and even if you have been to QComp MDX, this video is for you also. So, here I'm standing up from my new home. She's finished. Well, figuratively speaking. I still got a little bit of work to do to it here and there, but a couple days ago I was issued the certificate of occupancy. So, now I've started moving back into the home. And I tell you guys, it's been one heck of a journey. So it's crazy. We're not too far from being a year out from the first time I looked at this home, because that started in February. Get back on this porch here because that wind could mess things up a little bit. But so it was the end of February 2021 that my mom actually found this home on Craigslist. It was listed for sale. The thing was you had to move it off the property. So here we are. This home is now on my property where the single wide trailer used to be. And I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited. I know you are too, because once I get moved back in, I'll be able to get back to doing videos for the channel, like computer videos and stuff like that. And I'm telling you guys, it's almost, I can't say that I've forgotten how to work on computers. It's just been so long since I've been working on computers regularly. It's going to be like, when I start working on computers again, it's going to be like, wow, having to kind of relearn things. I mean, to an extent. I mean, what I'll tell you is, like, for example, I have not even had a chance to sit down and mess around with Windows 11. I mean, compare that to Windows 10, I was downloading and playing with the developer previews and stuff back in the day. So, yeah, that's one thing I definitely like to get to do is mess around with Windows 11 and just let alone work on computers again. But so let's go ahead and have a look at the home. Okay, guys, let's have a look around here. Just to bear with me here. So, as I mentioned, I got, of course, lots of good tours of this home over on QComp MDDX. But this is a 1988 Oakwood double wide, and this is not a typical like manufactured home. I mean, it's a manufactured home, but it's not your typical one. This thing, I mean, it's the way it's built overall is just unreal. I never thought I'd come across something like this, let alone have it on my property. The way this thing's built overall is just unreal. I mean, it's built on a frame like a typical double wide, and there's certain aspects of the construction of it that obviously are like a manufactured home, but the way it's put together, I mean, like for example, the siding it has cedar siding. It's all the detail and the work on this thing. It threw some people off for a loop. I mean, some people thought that this siding wall was upgrades. Matter of fact, the people who were selling us the home thought it was all upgrades. But when I looked around the back of the home, lo and behold, on one of the planks of siding was a HUD tag, the tag that you typically find on a manufactured home. And I was like, wow, this is original. Now, you can take a typical double wide, or single wide for that matter, and you can retrofit it with new siding and all that good stuff and just make it into an awesome home. But the story of this home was, it used to be, before it was moved, it's set right on the lake, right next to the lake, about 30 minutes from here. So most likely it was a custom order. especially when you'll really notice it when we run back. So you can see we got the little deck on the front. We got this side porch over here, and guess what, guys? That porch used to be part of the porch that was on the single wide here. We moved that entire thing off the front of the single wide, and this is what the end result is. I took the roof off of it. It used to be a screened-in porch, and I decided, you know what, I want this to be an open deck. So me and my dad, we took the roof off of it, and I retrofitted this thing into what it is now. You know, I'll get you some light here. I didn't turn any lights on. I was just gonna make a quick little video here, but so that's the side deck. It's about 8 by 20, 8 foot by 20 foot. The home measures roughly 27 by 57. And look at the detail and how the siding is on the side. It goes up at like a chevron shape. It's pretty interesting how this thing's put together. Like for example, inside the flooring, like the subfloor, is not what you would typically find in a manufactured home from the era. In a lot of manufactured homes, like for example the single wide I was in, the rooms that still had the original floor, it was that mobile home deck and stuff that was made out of like sawdust. Not very good quality stuff. If it ever gets wet, you know for sure it's gonna be bad. But this thing has OSB in the flooring, so that was probably an upgrade on its own from the. That was probably, yeah, I'd say an upgrade on its own compared to what you would normally get. But just have a look at this, guys. I got 3 back doors on this thing. 3 back doors. And you can see we got a back deck here. I built this deck pretty much by myself. And I reused some components of the home's former back deck. This home had a 34 foot by 10 foot back deck that me and my parents had to dismantle piece by piece. Tell you, that was quite a job. That so I ended up reusing that right there. It used to be the side porch on this home. I reused it back here as a catwalk, so you can walk up on the porch here. Now, I don't have any of these back doors unlocked right now, but I tell you guys, this is nice. So we got the side deck, and we got this deck here. Lots and lots of deck. That not exactly perfect, but it's really close to perfect, I think. But so right there, guys, it's the future home of Creep Creeper Channel. That's gonna be the future tech room. So the single wide I had here was a 2-bed, 2-bath, and the second bedroom was used as my tech room or my workshop. And it was pretty tight in there. I'll never forget, back in 2016, I was like, oh man, all this room. But I tell you, when you're going from moving out of your parents' house to what I had back then, even back then, that was still nice, but I definitely was ready to upsize. So let's go have a look inside. So right now you can tell the home has been moved. You see the cut right down the center in the carpet and the cut right up the walls. This thing was broken in 2. And each half was moved down here 1 half at a time. The back half was put on first, and then the front half was moved down here. And what I was saying earlier about the way this thing's built, I mean, it is a manufactured home. It's built on a frame, like a trailer frame. But when you look inside here, I mean, it's the way it's built. You got the drywall. You got the finished ceiling, not the ceiling panels that you would have in a lot of manufactured homes from the era. I mean, this thing is solid. It's really solid. And the funny thing is before we moved it, I was thinking a lot of stuff like the doors. Now the doors, they may not be the original ones, but I was thinking a lot of this stuff was like renovated stuff. But when they broke the home in half, the movers said, "Hey, this drywall is factory. It's not an upgrade. It's factory to the home." They were able to tell because apparently the manufacturer glued when they were installing the drywall and when they were installing the cedar that you see like in the closet back there. When they were installing it in the closets, they had this like I guess glue adhesive that they would glue the drywall or whatever to the studs in the wall, and then of course then they would finish the installation. So yeah, it's interesting. I'll say that. It's got 3/8 inch drywall. Look at these closets. So this front bedroom as well as the future tech room have gigantic closets. And look at that, guys. We have attic access. You can lift that panel off and go up into the roof. How many times have you ever seen that on a manufactured home? When I saw that when I was looking at the home originally, I was like, wow, this thing is more like a modular. That's what I mean to say. It's more like a modular. It's built on a frame like a manufactured home, and it technically is a manufactured home, but it's built like a modular. It's more like a modular. I can say that things like the light switches, the wall receptacles, and stuff like that have all been replaced. They're not original. But, oh yeah, and also, for example, like in the bathrooms, they replaced the vanity, the toilet, and there's the original tub. I'll show you the other bathroom, for example. So yeah, both bathrooms have had the vanities replaced and the toilets replaced. This one has also had the tub replaced. Now the original tub that was in this home was actually a jacuzzi tub. Because right there's the controls for it. I guess maybe it leaked or something went wrong with it and they ripped it out and replaced it with a standard tub. Like, man, it would be nice to have a jacuzzi tub in here, but oh well. This home, I'd say for the most part, was taken care of as far as the upgrades and stuff, but there were some issues with the home, and I think some of the issues the people who lived here in the past did not know about. This home had a pretty bad roof leak behind the chimney. And just had a new roof put on the house, and that, of course, fixed that, but it did some water damage for sure. The back wall on this home, I'm eventually going to have to take the siding off and going to replace the OSB sheathing and probably replace the insulation, maybe even some studs back there. Because when it would rain, water will leak in through the roof and actually leak down the side and go down the wall. And there's actually inside that cavity where the fireplace is, there's a small spot in the floor where there's a hole in the floor where the OSB was just rotted out completely. And also, the previous back deck on his home wasn't flashed properly to the house, so with time, water found its way in and rotted the rim joist. And also, these doors kind of leak a little bit too. I need to put some new caulk. I need to caulk all 3 of these doors. So the rim joist was replaced back in the summer, and the guy who installed the new rim joist went with treated lumber, went with a treated 2x8, and so the rim joist was replaced, and of course this deck here is properly flashed to the home. There's the master bedroom closet, which ironically is smaller than the closets for the other 2 bedrooms. I'll never understand that. And someone in the past who lived here in this home, they needed extra closet space. Right here, guys, used to be a stall shower. If you look carefully, you can see there and there how the wall used to turn in. So they took the stall shower out of here and framed this in and made a closet. So it definitely, I'd say it definitely helped with storage. Helped regain some of that space back that should have been there for the master bedroom closet. So the single wide that was here was also an oak wood. Funny, this home and the single wide I used to live in, they came from the same factory. Yeah, imagine that. So here's a dining room, and of course I'm highly certain the light fixtures have been replaced. Yeah, stuff like that, and the ceiling fan, of course, that's been replaced. Here we walk into the kitchen. Got granite countertops here in the kitchen. Cabinets are factory to the home. I was a little surprised when I noticed it. So you open this door here. You can see what's left of a HUD label. So yeah, this thing, I mean, I'll be honest, even the cabinets in the single wide were actually not bad. This kitchen is nice. Got this big kitchen. That light though, I'm gonna be replacing that with something better, something brighter. And new range, new microwave. I put these in last year. The home came with this GE over the range microwave, which is sitting right there. I'm gonna be selling that eventually. And it had a different range. It was a Samsung range, but it was a base model, and I found this one on clearance at Lowe's back in October, and got a pretty good deal on it. So like I say, I got more details on all this stuff over on CubeComp MTDX. And dishwasher and fridge came with the home. Those are 2018 appliances. So yeah, I'd say the people who owned the place in the past, they definitely did some upgrades, but I think it's safe to say they overlooked some issues with the home. But that's all but taken care of. Here's the laundry room. Got the dryer going, drying some towels. Got this little sink right here. Got another access up into the roof. And the reason why we have that, I think the biggest reason why we have that is because you got electrical wiring up there for the 120 volt circuits. You got thermostat wiring for the heating and air, and most importantly, you got all of the duct work for the registers up in the roof cavity. It's all like flex duct. The air handler is inside there, and it blows up into the ceiling. The water heater's inside there. It's the funny thing, guys, is the single wide. It had a pretty similar layout. It had your air handler on the left, and you had the water heater on the right. Although I can say the water heater was easier to get to in the single wide. And, yeah, guys, I'm excited. So as you can see, I'm in the process of getting moved back in. It's been quite a process, I'll say. So right now I'm in the process of getting stuff situated in the kitchen, getting stuff situated sort of in here in the bedrooms, and then I'm going to work on the tech room. And once that's all done, I'll be able to start getting back into making computer tech videos again. So yeah, guys, this is the new home. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that's it for this video. But don't forget, there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to Cube Computer channel, and also don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, CubeComp MTDX. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.